all right. Jeremy Lambert, Your Castle Real Estate, for another round of Hot Sauce Challenge Real Estate Edition, where we're going to go through 10 questions, 10 hot sauces, burn our faces off, have some fun, and really just talk about the market. In the hot seat today, I got my guy, Newt Weiler. Newt, thanks for coming and hanging out with me.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
So, Newt, I've known you a long time, man. You're a guy I admire as a friend and how you run your business. You know, we're going to dive into some of that stuff. You know, you're a great family guy. You run a couple successful businesses, right? And you're somebody we value very much, having on the team in a management role, in a mentor role, and also just, you know, an all-around good human, right?
Well, thank you.
You do this business right. So let's kick it off, man. You ready?
I am ready.
Okay, a couple rules, right? Don't touch your eyes.
Right.
Don't touch your eyes. Right? Like, you will burn your face off. The first one, just a classic hot sauce. This is really kind of like what you would get at any restaurant, right? You know, you kind of put on whatever. So, oh shit, let's get started.
Bring it on.
So tell me a little bit about you, man. I mean, how long you had your license and what were you doing before? What motivated you to get in this business?
Well, I got licensed in 2015. Oh, you really go for it there, don't you?
This is just the baby one.
All right.
This is starting big, man.
Oops.
You know, and
All
we
right.
got napkins, we got milk, we got water, we got a ventilator.
Let's do
We'll
it.
be all right. You know,
I'm in
cheers.
for-
No fucking heat on that one.
Oh, that's a piece of cake.
Yeah, baby's great. So what got you in, man?
Well, so you know, I own another business, and when I met my wife, she actually, we were going to move in together. She decided, she lived in Cheyenne. I lived in Greeley, and we were going to move to Loveland.
Okay.
So she owned a townhome up there, and she decided to do for sale by owner.
Okay.
And you know Christy, she's
Yeah.
very detail
Real fast.
oriented.
She is lovely. And if you're watching this, we will not let you down today because I appreciate the friendship. Your wife is badass.
She'll appreciate that. But she's super smart, and just watching her go through the process of sell her own house, I was like, oh, that looks like fun. Then I started looking into getting my real estate license so that I could do that.
Oh, that's
And,
cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. And then one day she just came home from work, and I told her, listen, I'm going to go to real estate school. And she's like, okay. Just kind of went from there.
That's cool because, you know, I meet a lot of people. There are always the morons, that say, why did you get your license? I like houses, right? Like, you know, I mean, I don't get that, right? Like, I like bourbon. I don't open a distillery. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, but the main reason I see people get their license is one of two things. Tell me if you've run into this. They went through the transaction and they liked it so much they thought they could do it, or they had such a poor experience they thought they could do it better.
I've actually run into people like that.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And it's kind of sad, right? Because, you know, I know here we hold our agents to a very high standard.
Absolutely.
Right? You're going to do this business, you're going to do it fucking right. You know, and compliance, you know, every contracts, everything. You know, you're going to do it right. And, you know, I know you do it right. So.
Well, I appreciate that.
So tell me a little about this, man. You're also licensed in Wyoming, too. You're Colorado and Wyoming. So,
Yeah.
so why dual license like that? How does that benefit your clients? And
Well,
wait, before you answer that,
let's do
we're going to
this.
pop into seeing double. Right?
Seeing
double. Let's go. Let's go. This one's actually pretty good. It has no flavor. I mean, no heat, whatever. So.
Oh, okay.
But and if you start to feel heat in these first 3 or 4, we're completely fucked. So just so you know. But good flavor though. So
Ooh,
yeah,
I like
why?
that.
Why both markets?
Great question. So, like I said, Christy actually lived in Wyoming.
Okay,
So she had a network of friends and
made sense.
business people that she'd worked with. And I thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool to have 2 licenses since we're so close to the border, living up in northern Colorado, that it's fairly rare where agents have a couple licenses.
Sure.
So I thought it would make me stand out a little bit. Plus, going into a market where we already had connections and a sphere that I could help was that was the easiest part, is having people to help up there.
Okay.
So I tend to do it's anywhere from 2 to 8 transactions a year in Wyoming, enough to pay the bills up there. But yeah, it sets me apart.
No, I like it. You know, you said something about your sphere, right? And so if you're watching this and you're not in real estate, what that means is the people you surround yourself with, your friends, your family, your coworkers, you know, and people that you really try to bring value to and help them through real estate, and also become a referral partner with them, right?
Yep.
And I know I'm a referral partner with you.
Yep.
You're a guy I love to support. I love to support your business. I love making introductions. I love helping people, and knowing that the type of person you are, and the quality that you do. It's very easy for me when I hear certain words. I hear Northern Colorado, Greeley,
Sure.
Fort Collins, Loveland. It's a natural to just go, you got to call my guy.
Oh, I appreciate
Right,
that.
And over the years, I hope that I've done a very good job of being a referral partner
Oh,
for you.
absolutely.
But what does it mean to you when someone calls you and says, "Hey, one of my coworkers is buying their first home, and can you take care of them?" Because I don't know about you, man. One of the most powerful things in a referral is not the referral itself. I always like this when I get a text and it'll say, "Hey, Jeremy, I want you to meet blah blah blah. They're getting into real estate," and then they'll say, "Hey, blah blah blah, meet Jeremy," and they always say something nice about me.
Right.
Sometimes, but most of the time it's like, "Hey, he's a great guy. He's going to really help you out." Blah blah. What does that kind of introduction mean to you and your business?
Oh, actually, it's super flattering for one, because it feels, just right off the bat, I'm thinking, wow, thanks for trusting in me to be the one that you selected. And that's why I always follow it up like, don't worry, I'm going to make you look good for bringing my name into this.
Yeah, I think that's awesome, man. You know Steve Calley?
Oh, yeah.
Steve's a great guy, man, and he sold a house for me, and I remember calling him and I said, "Steve, we'd like to interview you and he was like, "Hey, man, I really appreciate that's an honor."
Yes.
Because there's a lot of agents.
Absolutely.
Right?
There's thousands.
In that situation, Steve was the right guy for our situation. He did a really good job for us, right?
Yeah.
And I always support Steve. The same way I'll support you. You know what I mean?
And it's always appreciated, of
now,
course.
are you taking new clients right now?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Always taking on new clients. I've got some systems in place that help me be able to handle a higher volume.
Sure.
So, yeah, absolutely.
Well, before I get to the next question, let's kick off some kimchi. It's
Okay.
fermented, by the way.
Right. I've seen a couple of your shows.
Yes.
What is
So kimchi, I have learned, is fermented cabbage.
Oh, okay. I think I've heard that.
Yeah, no, it took me 7 fucking episodes to figure that out. It's a weird taste. I'm not gonna lie to you. It doesn't have a lot of heat. I just, this is a good starter, right? This is like walk before you run here.
Okay.
So, real estate, I think, can be powerful. It can be life changing, but it can also be a little bit scary, right?
That's a good one.
And if somebody's sitting on their couch right now, watching this on their phone. Oh, I don't like that, man. I don't like kimchi.
It's interesting.
I'm gonna swap that out. I like some milk. But
So you said any spice in the first 3, and we're going downhill from there.
oh yeah, you were fucked. Yeah.
Okay.
If you have the slightest twinge of sweat or anything, you're completely.
This is going to be interesting.
Oh
All right.
shit!
I can feel some tingling.
All right, we're going at it. We're going at it. To your wife, I apologize for the aftermath of this. Tonight will not be romance time, but it's a very hard business.
Yeah.
Right? And so, is there a part of this business? Or a part of a transaction that you feel like you excel the most in, or you enjoy the most? Maybe it's the inspection, or maybe it's the appraisal, or maybe it's what is your sweet spot, man? And before you say that,
okay,
let's get on the Fat Cat.
Oh yeah, the Fat Cat.
Chairman Meow's Revenge. Now the Fat Cat has a pretty good flavor. I actually have this one at home, and so we use it quite a bit. And to my friends over at El Camino on 32nd, I have this behind your bar, so. Thanks for letting me store my hot sauce there. Great place, by the way, if you ever need tacos.
Nice.
Taco Tuesday, me and Jeff, right? Super good.
All right.
All right, let's knock it out. What's your favorite part, though?
My favorite part, it starts from the beginning, and I think you probably got this answer before, but I like being able to start off with that buyer or seller presentation and really set the tone of how I'm going to help educate them through the process. Because most people don't buy and sell homes every day.
Sure.
So being able to explain to them, here's what this means in the contract, or here's how it goes when you're a buyer.
Yeah.
Here's where we start. Here's where we're going to end up. I really like that part, and they appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, it's scary, man. I remember my ex-brother-in-law, we're trying to convince him to buy a house, and I couldn't break down the barriers. I couldn't get through there, and it was such a prime opportunity at the time. And I kept thinking, why won't he entertain this? And what I ultimately realized, it was fear.
Yeah.
They were scared even just to get denied a loan.
Yeah.
Right? They were scared to pull their credit. They were scared to show people what's in their bank account. And I think that's why having the right mortgage partner is so important. And so that's something I think you've done a great job on. You've not only added the best mortgage part of the party. You've become part of the process, right?
I
Talk a
have.
little bit about that. Why
Okay.
you joined the dual program?
Yeah. So, actually, similarly to Dan Fortune's story, he got licensed back in like 2021. I was also approached to do that, and I opted not to. So when Dan called me in, gosh, it was October of 23, he was like, hey, here's what we're doing. You'd be great at this. And I was like, well, I already looked into doing that. And Dan, you know Dan, he's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
The guy great guy. I don't have anything.
He's a motivator, man.
Yeah.
He is a motivator.
I love him. So he was just explaining the process of the dual team. And I was like, that sounds amazing. And knowing that Dan and John were going to be the primary guys there, I knew it was going to be well run.
Yeah.
So I did my class, my NMLS class, to become a mortgage loan originator last fall. And then I'm dating the video. But then in February of 2024, I got licensed.
That's awesome.
And I've closed the loan. And it's an amazing process.
Yeah, you know, I always like
super streamlined.
People always ask me, like, I never have problems with people that I interact with because if I need something, I'm going to you.
Yeah.
Right? Like if there's a problem with the loan process, I'll go to Joe's office.
Yep.
You know, and sit face to
Love
face.
Joe.
And I think sometimes the consumer doesn't realize that as a realtor, if you don't have access to those things, right? You're it's waiting.
Yep.
Where in this situation, if there's a problem, you go to the source.
That's
right?
the best
so I
part.
love it.
And,
So
you know, you want to be involved in that because it's nothing more frustrating than being in that last week of closing and all of a sudden this lender that you haven't worked with prior to that transaction calls up and says, hey, by the way, we need this, this, and this.
dude, Jackie White, who's an amazing agent, amazing human.
Yeah.
She called me one time. No, and a guy called me one time. He's a lender. And we have a mutual friend. And he said, hey, my name is blah, blah, blah. I should throw his fucking name out there. And I said, oh, yeah, what can I do for you? And he goes, I'm trying to get Jackie to take our offer, me and my realtor's offer. But she won't because she's never heard of the mortgage company.
Right.
And she was worried that they're not going to close. He goes, can you call her and tell her I'm a good guy? I go, absolutely not. He goes, why not? I'm like, 'cause I don't know you that well.
Yeah.
I don't know your company. And I go, but truthfully, it's not going to fucking matter. Because to her, she has an obligation to her client to get them through closing.
Yep.
And I go, and that means putting them in the best situation.
Absolutely.
You know? And so she's not going to do it. And you know what? She didn't. So I think, having this opportunity is great for you. But if somebody's sitting on their couch and they're thinking, I really am scared about the real estate process. I might want to get my first property, or I don't know what to do with my equity, or I'm seeing all this stuff on the news about rates or whatever, right? And they just think, I wouldn't mind just sitting down bullshitting with you. Would you do that?
Absolutely. Oh, I ask my wife or any of my friends. I talk about real estate more than anything.
So I'll be with my girlfriend. And like we'll be having a drink, and there'll be people over here, and all of a sudden I'll hear her, and she'll go, "Don't do it, don't do it." And I go, "What?" And so I start listening. And I'm like, "Oh, they're talking real estate." I go, "I have to."
Yep.
I have to do it.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
I have
just
to. I have to.
fascinating.
So she gets lower too. So Piper, I love you. I'm sorry. Let's move on to Las Calientes.
Ooh.
I think I'm pronouncing that right, but this
Piece
one's
of
pretty
cake.
good. This one's pretty good.
We're almost halfway there.
I
Piece
know,
of
man.
cake.
This is nothing. You got this. So, put you on the hot seat just a little bit with this question, okay?
All right.
You've been in the business a long time. You know what good service is. You know
Yeah.
what a good agent is because you
Okay.
mentor, you coach, you do those things. If you had to buy and sell, but you couldn't do it yourself, you had to use an
Okay.
agent. Is there anybody in particular that you would reach out to?
Interesting.
And why? I love that sauce. Las Calientes, barbacoa sauce, very good.
That's interesting. It's got like a fruity flavor up front.
Mm-hmm.
And then it starts to sneak in
A
there.
little bit.
All right,
A
cool.
little tiny bit.
All right.
And we do have water too if you need it.
Yes. Yeah, I would say I would definitely use a York Castle agent because I do know from a managing broker perspective that I strive to educate our agents just so that they feel competent and just at the top of their game. So
100%.
knowing that York Castle tends to have more informed agents, I would say that's the way I'd go. But getting more specific, sheesh. You know, I always say this. I always love the Impact Group.
Yeah, me too.
Those guys, I think someone from the Impact Group.
Yeah, that's
I
good
don't want to
enough.
get super.
No, those guys are great. Well, I guess it's all situational too because, if I was buying a property up in Kersey, I would use Heidi Becker in a heartbeat.
Oh,
Right?
absolutely.
Like her passion for this industry,
She's
how
the
much she
best.
cares for people, and like her growth over the years, right? Like that's something that I'd want to support. And same thing, like, if I was buying up in Evergreen, Jackie White's my call. If I was buying in
Sure.
if I was buying in Vale, Amy Nakos is a no-brainer,
Yep.
right? I'm calling her just like that, right?
Yep.
Like, if I'm buying in Littleton, Casey Hurst Romero is somebody I'm going to call. Like
Yeah.
they're good, right? And and if I had a tough deal, you know who I would call, and he's not going to like it, but I'd make his ass get back into the saddle. Is I'd call Eric Romero.
Eric, absolutely.
Eric Romero is a smart guy,
He
right?
knows
And
everything.
I bet negotiating with him was probably fucking miserable.
Oh, I'm
right?
sure of it.
But that would be my guy,
Yeah.
right? Like I worked with a buddy named Ian Brown in '09 buying a house, and I did it because he had a construction background.
Oh,
And Ian flipped houses, and he could tell me what was a good flip. So I think it's really cool because we live in this world,
Yeah.
right? And if you're out there, and advice I give you, if you're going to buy a home or sell a home, and you're thinking about, how to pick a referral partner, a lot of times what people do is they go with somebody they like,
sure.
right?
Oh,
but
that's
but
key.
also look at their skill sets.
Yep.
If you know multiple realtors, don't be afraid to ask them, how much do you sell? What
Yep.
do you know about the market? If somebody's never sold in Vail, they shouldn't.
I agree.
If somebody's never done land, they shouldn't. If they're
I
never in
agree.
commercial, they shouldn't. So make sure you're finding that local
Or at least have a
expert.
competent co-lister.
100%.
To lead them through the path.
Well, let's get on to this one, man. It's called
All right.
Anima. I don't know, man. This is where we get into the habaneros, so it's starting to
Okay.
pick up a little bit. I will say this one's got a good flavor. It's got a little chili pepper habanero. Let's fucking go on this guy.
All right.
You got to get it on there. Boom, boom, boom. So, you could go anywhere and run your business, right? You could have your
Yeah.
own company. You partner with a brokerage like you do with us, and I'm sure you get a lot of recruiting calls. You get people that want to work with you.
All the time.
Okay, feel that a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
No,
It's starting
no,
to
wait.
sneak up a little bit. Yeah. I kind of dig that one, though.
I do too.
Anima.
It's like
All right.
just hot enough to get your attention,
Yep.
but not hot enough to make you wet your pants. And so no one's wet their pants in any of these episodes, by the way.
Not yet.
But yeah, no shit. But why do you stay here, man?
Oh,
what
that's
is
an
it
easy one.
that we all do that you find to be worthy in a partner?
Oh, that's super easy. The culture that has been cultivated here, I love it.
Whew.
He's
Getting
already
it.
sweating.
Getting it a little bit.
You'll see when I sweat because I don't have any hair.
I got some extra hats over here just in case.
Yeah, exactly. No, when I first met Lon and Charles, you're
Just
familiar.
and for real fast, Charles Roberts, if you're ever watching any of these, man, I fucking love you to death. We miss you so much.
Absolutely.
And Charles, one of the finest humans I've ever met.
Yeah.
One of the best realtors I ever met. So I'll never stop promoting that guy. He's just been a mentor.
Oh,
for
he's
me
great.
for years,
Yeah,
but-
and
sorry, go
well,
ahead.
you and Charles are the reason that I'm actually a managing broker for
Yeah,
York Castle
100%.
anyway. But so just meeting those guys, it was very clear from the previous companies I had dealt with that these guys had a level up.
Yeah.
Like it was just these guys are geniuses. They know more.
Oh,
So
I almost touched my eye.
almost
Almost
did
failed,
it?
Jeff. Almost failed. Damn, that'd have been brutal.
So just seeing the data and all of the things that Lon puts together as the CEO, and then developing this great culture, like going to quarterly meetings is
Great,
one of my
favorites.
favorite things.
Absolute favorite things.
You go walk into a room with 600 other agents,
Mm-hmm.
that everybody's in a great mood, everybody's there
Yep.
to crush it, and all of the highest producers at this company would happily give you any of their secrets.
100%.
They would be more than happy to see you succeed, which I absolutely love.
I was talking to Kristen Anderson yesterday at a networking thing, and she Kristen.
Great
right?
example.
But she
She's
said,
awesome.
she goes, I'm getting so many requests on how to, how I run my social media.
Yeah.
She goes, I'm going to have to start doing small classes or do webinars.
Yeah.
So what I love about that is here's somebody who's her baby's 6 months old, so she's got a son. She's married. She runs an incredible business.
She's a rock star.
She's got like 6 listings right now. This is somebody that didn't say I'm too busy. She said, how can I do it?
Yes, that's the
right.
best
And I
mentality.
love that mentality, man.
Oh, I love it. And then most of the people that are crushing it all have that.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't think the consumer realizes how hard this business is.
Oh,
and
that's for
I think
sure.
that's part of it is, and I try to bring this up to everybody, because that's your job is to kind of shield them. Like I saw Kristen yesterday, man, and she was having a rough go. And here's the thing, she was, and she puts it out there. She goes, she had a house that they think they're gonna have to pull off the market. She wasn't sad she wasn't making a commission.
Oh, no.
She was sad for the family because she knew their situation, right?
Yeah.
So do you try as hard as you can to shield your clients from bad agents, shitty offers, trouble? Or do you explain all these things to them? How do you work? Because Dan had said, I don't say anything until after the fact.
That's kind of where I'm at too. I like to bring the problem tied up with the solution. So I don't say, oh boy, we're in trouble, and just hang up and let them worry about it. I want to make sure that, okay, we have this issue. What's the way we can fix it so that I can bring that to the table?
Sure.
And that's how I prefer to do it, just in all aspects of my life, just to make sure that I'm not just dumping on somebody, especially somebody that's trusting me to be the one that knows how to do it.
Yeah, that's a really good way to do it, man. So, all right, we're at number 7, right? Now we're going to start picking it up a notch. We went from like beer to shots right now. We're getting a little heavier. I don't anticipate these being easy. And
Okay.
I hate it. I hate number 8 more than anything in the world. But this is Black Eyed Susan Red Flag. This is a really good fucking hot sauce.
Okay.
It's a really good. It's one of my favorites. It's kind of like we're about to get kicked in the face from this next one. So
I can feel it coming around the sinuses now.
oh,
so this
Jeff,
is gonna be,
why are we doing this again?
I feel sorry for you having to do this multiple times.
Man, last night I was talking to some people at the
It's a
Impact
good one.
Group meeting, and they're like, when we do it? I'm like, oh, Jesus, okay. Oh man. Back on Susan.
That was a lot that I put on that.
Yeah, you won't pay for that.
Oh boy. Okay.
You won't pay for that, man.
That's got a peppery. But it's spicy.
Yeah, it kind of gets in the back of your throat, right?
Yeah.
Like somebody threw like a little smoke bomb in my
It
mouth.
coats
Like,
in there.
oh, geez, sweet Jesus.
I might have some water for that one. I'm starting to feel a little sweat.
Yeah, I got a little drip going on here too. Snotty-nosed kid. So when I first moved to Colorado, I thought Northern Colorado was one market.
Yeah.
Right. I thought, it's kind of like Arvada and Denver. They're not, but what I quickly realized is they're not. Greeley's its own market, right?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
Fort Collins, different market. Loveland, Longmont, all those things. They're so much different, I guess. My question to you is, man.
Might have to tap into the milk here.
You're going too early. I'm telling you, you're going
Okay.
too early.
All right,
Whatever, you do you.
No.
I'm telling you, this next one, man.
That was
It
a
fucking
doozy.
sucks. Like, it really, really, really sucks. Like, I think I woke up about 4 in the morning, and I'm like, I want to do this? Piper's like, don't do it.
All right.
So, yeah, after 8, we'll be both getting no.
Okay.
So, fuck, it's hot, dude.
It is.
If you don't worry about your budget, right? But do you have like a favorite little area up there, someplace that people don't know about, like,
okay.
like where you and your wife could pick up and buy, or maybe you're in your dream home,
Okay.
but buy wherever you want. What's a little area that no one really knows about or should find out about, and why?
If we were to move, I would say we'd probably go into the Windsor, Timnath area because you still have access to all of the things you need in Northern Colorado, but they've done a lot of building up there in the last 10 years, and it really is just a super desirable community, and a lot of them are really cool because Windsor, for instance, they have everything as far as like holiday parties and stuff. Like, it's really cool to walk around on Halloween in downtown Windsor.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, all the storefronts are handing out candy.
See, I kind of get that feel for Loveland too, and Longmont.
Absolutely.
We went up to Buc-ee's the other day and had great barbecue.
You
it's
went
the
up there?
only fucking place you
Oh,
can
you
get
should
good
have
barbecue.
called. I'm only like 10 minutes.
Oh,
from
for
there.
real?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I like that smaller feel, right? Like, I live in Wheat Ridge, and I love Wheat Ridge, and it kind of has that, right?
Yeah.
And I like
That
my
small town
neighbors.
feel, but
yeah, but I'm not driving for 3 hours. That's really cool. So look, here we go, number 8. Jeff, take my place for this one.
Why do you put number 8 as is it the Scoville scale or
No,
whatever?
this one's like $1 million. This one's like 750,000 or something.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, man, there's something about this. Oh, muscle
Jeff's
memory.
over there laughing.
Jeff's a dig, man. I love you, Jeff. What? Akeem won't do it.
Well, good
He's
for
smart.
you.
He's smart. He's a guy. Oh, Jeff.
Oh boy.
Oh, man. Okay, I'm not going. We're going. We're doing it.
Oh,
Oh man. Oh,
you don't mess around.
the
I love it.
bomb. Oh, fuck. Okay, so
Da bomb.
it
All right.
is. What's your wife do, man?
My wife is, oh man, she's a superstar. So she's director of marketing, and she runs the e-commerce department for Goodwill of Wyoming.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she's a rock star.
So, is she traditional, like 9 to 5? Oh, fuck. No,
Let's do it.
it's nothing. It's nothing.
Piece of cake.
I've
I don't know what he's complaining about.
Oh, yeah.
Yet.
You will. You will.
Yeah, she's oh boy,
Yeah. Oh.
she's a 9 to 5. She likes to be inside that box where she knows where the next paycheck's coming from, and
How does that
less
balance?
entrepreneurial in spirit than me.
How does that balance? Oh, man, now you can go for the milk, dude.
That was a doozy.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, it's going to... My eyes are watering. My eyes are watering, and I'm sweaty head.
That's the one Greg Nelson wanted more of.
Mora. Yeah, Greg's crazy, man.
Maniac.
Oh,
Okay.
God, it hurts. It hurts a little bit. It's rough, right?
That's a good one.
How do you find a balance when she works a 9 to 5
Oh,
and you work in a situation where, you've got to be kind of all over the place? Okay, fuck it. This is tough.
I'm gonna outlast you on that. I'm gonna try anyway.
Oh, man. It doesn't matter. It's just temporary relief, right? It's
Yeah.
just temporary relief. But, because I find myself, I'm a pleaser. And I always try to keep people happy. And so trying to, set professional boundaries is tough for me. I pride myself on picking up my phone on Saturday and Sunday. Oh, it's just like a fire in my mouth.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, and it gets on the sides of your tongue.
Oh,
It
yeah.
really burns.
Oh, yeah. Wait, it doesn't go anywhere either.
No.
It's like a long-term renter. It's just staying. Oh.
Yeah, that's a really good question, and I'm similar. I always want to make sure that I'm answering right off the bat or calling as soon as I can. It's tough to talk with this.
It is difficult. It's really difficult.
That makes it worse.
Yeah. Let's keep you talking. I'll be quiet.
All right.
Holy shit. The bomb. Greg Nelson, you bastard.
I'm starting to. Yeah, no kidding. I can't believe he went after that again. Anyway, I'm tearing up.
Oh, damn.
So I struggle with that too, and my wife, if that was any part of why she liked me, was definitely a reason that she didn't like me after getting into real estate. So it was tough to find that balance between always trying to be on for work, and then she's off, or we're on vacation, we're in Mexico or at Disney World, or I've written offers from everywhere.
Yeah.
Because I always want to be helpful to my clients. And the biggest help that ever came into my life for that was when I was working with Chris Lopez
Yeah.
at
Love
the
Chris.
Envision Advisors team. And I got introduced to the wonders of a transaction coordinator.
Oh, man. I don't know
Oh, my God.
why everybody doesn't do that. My
Yeah.
head is on fire.
And I still work with that transaction coordinator today.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's really great, man. Yeah, you got to set boundaries. I always got to remember, like, I love my job. I love my company. I love what I do. But I also have an obligation to my family,
Yes.
because if I didn't have them, what's the point of any of this?
Right?
It really is. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
well, let's move on. This is number 9. This one's nothing compared to the Molotov
the bomb.
cocktail I just had. But this is Peppers Up hot sauce. This is a good one.
Okay.
Any success stories? Because, I know you coach and you mentor, right?
do.
Have there been any success stories or things that someone stands out? Maybe it's a client, maybe it's an agent that, like I was talking to Lon one day and I said, what motivates you? And he said, driving around and seeing all the properties that I've helped develop and all the people, client-wise and realtors, that I've helped build financial stability.
Yeah.
For me, it's playing a role in some agent success, right?
Sure.
Like, we were talking about Heidi Becker earlier. I love
Oh,
Heidi.
she's the best.
When she got into the
love her.
business, she had, and no disrespect, Heidi, because I love you, but she didn't have the best confidence in herself.
Oh, yeah. She was
And
very shy. a little
very
bit.
shy,
Yeah.
and it's been amazing to watch her grow and develop.
She's a rock
And now
star, man.
she gets it, right? Like she's like, a 5 foot of 5 of just fucking real estate passion.
Oh, without talking numbers, I was looking at the numbers today.
here we go.
And, oh, boy. Oh. That's quite pleasant. From the start.
That's like eating ice cream.
But yeah, Heidi, she's killing it. I think she's probably in the top 10% of our agents. Well, definitely there. She's probably in the top 5.
Oh, that last one is still in there. It almost like choked out the milder sauce.
Right.
Oh,
it's like
well,
the cans
you're
when
doing
you
great.
chew it out.
You're doing great, man. We're all the way there. So this is
fun.
the last dab. So on the show that we are no way affiliated with whatsoever, but they traditionally put a little bit extra of this guy on. Now this one is
not
really
make it
bad,
hurt?
man. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
It's like adding fuel to a fire right now, But what about you, man? I mean, you got a passion for this industry, obviously,
absolutely.
right?
I love it.
I mean, if you could go back and find yourself the day you got your license, right, and look yourself in the eyes and say, "Hey, Newt, this is some advice I'd give you to where you don't have to go through some of the bullshit that I did." What would you tell yourself, man?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Oh, fuck, this is gonna be bad.
I would definitely tell myself, start getting into investment properties earlier.
Oh, great advice.
Because, I mean, obviously, working to get a commission is great, but if you properly put it to use in assets that are going to help you in the future, that's the better way to go.
Oh, fuck.
Gosh, is that enough?
And you tell me, man. I mean, you want to be a little baby about it. That's fine.
Oh, come on,
embarrass your family. Just kidding. Let's go.
Embarrass the family.
Now, it tastes nothing right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just wait.
Waiting for it.
Yeah. The chicken hides it a little bit.
Thank you, chicken.
I'm going to start talking in a second.
Yeah.
And then bad shit's going to happen to my face. But,
It's starting to come around.
yeah, it's there. Oh, but yeah, man. Oh, dude. That's not cool.
Oh, man, that's tearing me up.
That was a
That's a good one.
bad. Okay. It's almost, I'm kind of numb. Right? Like I could go to the dentist right now.
I'm starting to sweat.
Yeah, it's not pleasant what's going on under my hat. Now this is, oh, fuck. It's bad. Oh.
That's a good one. Oh.
Okay, no rebomb today, bro.
No dub bomb again?
You can't, what you want? I mean, you're the guest.
Is that the hotter one than this?
Yeah, the bomb is a terrible, terrible thing. But I got to tell you, man.
Back.
10 questions, 10 sauces. We mastered that stuff.
Yeah.
It's been super cool hanging out with you, man.
Always good
I
to
think
see
you
you,
made
man.
your wife proud today. If you need something real estate wise, if you need, your options on buying or selling or trading up, or maybe, an ADU or whatever the situation is, getting that first investment property, Newt's your guy. How would somebody get in touch with you, Newt, if they're watching this and they would like to hang out with you?
Yeah, give me a call at 970-396-8314. Text me, call me, or just email me at realtornewtweiler@gmail.com.
Well, hopefully he won't be sweaty and shit, crying over hot sauce like I am. But again, thanks for joining us. We'll see you hopefully not next time because I'm going to die.